Hi folks, just a quick update on Newcastle United. Obviously there's no press conference this week because the international break is upon us, so I hope everyone's got their breath back from Bournemouth last week. I have spoke to a few supporters, some of them who got the bus all the way down to Bournemouth on Saturday, and yeah, they said it was a long journey back, but certainly they couldn't question the effort of the players. I mean, I know that was a talking point after the game. I don't want to dredge over that again because, you know, it's been said, everyone's had the say on it. Even the guy who was the one solitary guy who said something which, you know, led Kieran Trippier to have a sort of heat of the moment reaction. Kieran Trippier's had his say on it, Eddie Howe has. We don't need to talk about that anymore. It's done and dusted. What we do focus on now is Newcastle United's injury situation. Callum Wilson, we knew before the game there was a problem. He didn't get off the bus. Eddie Howe then telling us he was going to be out for a number of weeks after the game. Whether it's 4 or 6 weeks, we'll have to wait and see. Callum Wilson always trying his best to get back, and maybe a little bit earlier. We'll have to wait and see. December is a big month. He could be involved in it. We'll have to see what happens on that score. Sven Botman again, another one who has been out now since September with that knee injury, so that's going to be a tough one. You know, he's been over to Holland. Newcastle have had to battle on without him. Lascelles has done a decent job, I think, and you know, I don't think it's panic stations yet. Just get him back, get him right for the second half of the season when he's going to be needed. The big question now is whether Alexander Isak can he get back for this Chelsea game. If he does, that gives Newcastle a huge lift. He gives Newcastle a completely different dimension in attack. It allows other players to play in the correct positions. And I just think even if he's on the bench for Chelsea, that would lift everyone. When the team sheet gets distributed, it's going to be, you know, a huge lift to Newcastle. So hopefully he's back from the groin injury. Eddie Howe telling us after the game the other night, don't expect a complete slate of injuries to return. Isak is probably going to be the closest. We know Harvey Barnes is just edging closer again. Could be sometime in the first part of December, fingers crossed. That'll be a huge boost for him. He's been back up and running now for a couple of weeks, and he's got the international break as well, so hopefully Harvey Barnes won't be too far away. So a couple of little positives there. I think going into the international break, I've seen lots of fans messaging people like Bruno and Joe Linton, please don't come back injured. We are at that stage with Newcastle. A big January transfer window is going to be required. A couple of new signings, in my opinion, needed. Maybe 3, maybe a loan one as well. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows? Because Newcastle, they can't go into the second half of the season in this same situation. The rigours of the Champions League have really hurt Newcastle, but they're still fighting on all 4 fronts. So I hope they can get back to full strength at some time in the new year. But for now, Eddie Howe having a battle on with the players he's got. I thought it was an impeccable press conference display at Bournemouth afterwards. He was very cool and calm, getting asked some tough questions after that defeat against Bournemouth. I hope everyone's going to be in good spirits for that Chelsea game, get the season back on track. You know, Newcastle have played well in the majority of games this season. You can't complain over one disappointing result. It's going to be tough, but really now Newcastle, they go into this one hoping to get back in touch with the top 4, because that's what they've kind of fell behind. So let's see what happens on that score. We'll be back soon with another update. There will be another press conference coming on Friday, so a week tomorrow. We'll do an update on the internationals at some point as well. But yeah, thanks for watching for now, guys.